this app. What is this? This sounds awesome.
So the app basically, we're all visual, auditory, kinesthetic. We like to receive our information in different ways. The app allows you to download it on your amazing device that we all have, and whether that be a phone, an iPad, or your desktop. And now the book comes to life, because what I wanted to do was connect the reader with the author like never before.
Wow.
So what that means is that now I'm reading this book and I'm loving what this person's saying. How do I go and listen to her podcast? For example, there's a link there. So say, for example, one of our authors, Erica, who her book is called Confidence Feels Like Shit. She's the confidence. And
I know that book. That's so cool. Yeah.
And so Erica's got podcasts. So when she talks about a specific thing in her book, she links it to the best podcast that aligns with that chapter.
Oh, that's smart. That's so smart.
Yeah, I'm listening to this podcast and I'm liking this podcast. Now I'll subscribe. So I always find out, what is it that you want it to do? Well, let's get it to do as many things as possible. So the app will allow them to jump onto your podcast. The link's still in the book, but they can now easily just click in.
Cool.
Where do you want to take them on your landing page? Is there photos in there that you want to put? Is there videos that you want to put in? And rather than them getting, say, lost off on YouTube, where you're taking them to an external link, the link is all embedded within the book. So they're just staying with you the whole time, but they're getting more and more nurtured, more and more connected to you. And so by the time they reach out, they're already kind of sold, or they feel that they already know you. And you're attracting the right clients, you're attracting the clients that you want. And then it's just a matter of, how do I get my books out into as many places as possible? And that's where I think it's important that the author owns the copyright, and they own everything. In that sense, they own the copyright, so they can sell it off their own website. They can do, lots with the book themselves. So then we talk about, how do you want to market this book? What's going to serve you to get this book into, as many people's hands as possible.
Wow, that is so incredible, because I think you're so right. Like, if you think about a book as a marketing strategy, it has to be integrated into your whole ecosystem. It can't just be a thing that you put out and go, yeah, you're right, it's not going to make you a billionaire, just the book. So yeah, how does it actually help everything else that you invest in? So I absolutely love the app idea. That is so cool. And I've actually not seen that before. Like, I just think about every bloody book I've read, and it is very much a, oh, this is really interesting, I'll Google the person, and that's kind of your link to finding out more. Like, authors really make it hard for you to find them.
Yeah. And so what I wanted to do was say, hey, you get bonuses if you download the interactive book.
Yes.
The point is if someone purchased a book off Amazon, you're going to know their name. Unfortunately, Amazon won't say, here's the list of people that have bought your book to add to your database. Exactly. So what the app allows you to do is, any people that have downloaded your book, you then get sent the CSV file. You can then remarket, hey, how did you like my book? Have you had an opportunity to get your downloadable bonus? Whatever it is that you've got that allows you to have this lead generation like never before. And we've got and also sending them to where they want to go for that particular section of a book as well. So if you've got multiple products, you might run events, you might have a podcast, you might do coaching, you might speak, you might have lots of different things and offerings. So then how do we send them there without it being salesy? I think that when people come to you, and the reason that I think it's so important, like I said, is, when I first started in coaching, I had a client call me on a phone. Yes, I'm showing my age.
That's all right. I remember the days.
And I had a cord on it. And I remember thinking, well, how many books of mine have been picked up that no one has actually called me, has gone to that next step? Or how many books have been brought and they put them on the bookshelf, but they haven't got around to it? So we want to entice them to say, hey, get the interactive book and get bonuses and more, well, then they're going to put in their name and email to get this, you know, and grow. And we're always developing the app. We're always improving it. And we're just about to go through another phase of improving it and seeing how we can, you know, really integrate it. So when you are investing in something so personal and so amazing as a book, how do we then integrate it into all our other, you know, ecosystems? And yeah, it's exciting.